Sie haben 23 Frauen zugehört, die über ihr Mutterdasein geredet haben, und alle sind total aufgeregt, und es ist eine riesige Bewegung geworden, die über Europa hinweg geht. I just said, usually, people think women aren't listened to. Now, in your study, it's only 23 women, and they speak what's on their mind, and you get this tidal wave going around the world. Können Sie mir sagen, wie sind Sie auf die Idee gekommen, diese Frauen nach ihren Gefühlen über Mutterschaft zu fragen? How did you get the idea that to ask these women what they felt about motherhood?
My journey began at 2003 when I wrote my thesis. I'm a doctor of sociology, but when I wrote my MA thesis about Jewish Israeli women and men who do not want to be parents in Israel. And I was left with one sentence after I finished the earlier study, one sentence that kept troubling me, and that was the promise, the absolute promise, and the reassuring, like telling people who don't want to have children with the finger, you will regret it. You will surely regret it. And I was really intrigued by this pinning down regret, surely, to not having children, for non-parenthood, and the silence that exists around regret and parenthood. And I decided to learn more about this triangle, because I'm a sociologist, this triangle of regret, non-parenthood, parenthood, and society, the connections between them. And then I realized that was nothing was written about regretting parenthood. And well, it's a long story why I wrote only about mothers, but I also interviewed men who regret their fatherhood in Israel. And I must say that I was not about like proving that regret exists. I knew that regret exists. I knew it. It was really logical to me. I can explain later on why. And I just wanted to give it a voice. So, because I thought it might be of a help to women to talk about it. It's like there are like straightforward ways just to say to you that if you don't want to be a mother, that you are insane, you are not really a woman, that you are selfish, that you are childish. So many stereotypes about women. Another way to put pressure on women is like to install within you only one script about the future. Meaning that you will have a really, really horrible future, that you will only have your cats at the alley, when you will feed them, and you will die alone and nobody will know about it, and you're going to be so miserable when you're in old age. So that's really frightens many women, that there's only one script, there is no other options to think about it. And it's sometimes it's in a subtle way. Like even when a mother talks to her daughter and she says, when you will be a mother, and not if you will be a mother. It's like something like it's so taken for granted. It's as if it's the natural course of life for every and each woman, no matter what, just because we have the same biological organs. It puts a lot of pressure, because people are seeing you as a mistake of nature, as perverse. Something is wrong with you psychologically, mentally. It's really hard. Of course, there are women who don't want to be mothers in Israel. There are, but the pressure is really, that's the thing that makes women miserable. So I don't know how many, and I must say that I'm saying something really like not nice, but I don't really care, because I think that this voice exists, and I wanted to talk about it. And I'm not here to say most of the women are regretting, all of them are lying, you are being told lies, don't be mothers, it's horrible, be aware of what society is trying to sell you and everything like that. No, because I am personally not against motherhood. I'm totally not against mothers, totally not against children, and not against childbirth. If I would sit here and say to women, don't be mothers, you are being lied, be careful, like being child-free is the best and you should try. If I would do that, I will not be different from all these other pressures to be mothers. Therefore, I'll be just the other side of the same coin, as if I know for women what they should do. I really believe that there are women who really want to be mothers, even from early, when they are younger. They already know they want to be mothers. I know they want. Of course, I believe them. I know many mothers who love being mothers, even though they are experiencing conflicts and difficulties. So I'm not against. I'm just wanting that mother will be able to speak about what's bothering them.
Yeah.